Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us for today's session. I, Alka, faculty at Civil Engineering Department PIET, feels a great pleasure to introduce our speaker, Ms. Nadia Devita Oktarini, who is going to talk to us on transforming dreams into action. Ms. Nadia is a Chief Marketing and Business Development Officer, Chocola Cafe Indonesia. Ma'am has demonstrated track record of success in both traditional and online marketing. She is proficient in planning, implementing, and overseeing campaigns for high-value clients. She possesses excellent verbal and written communication skills with a forward-thinking and disciplined approach. She holds a bachelor's degree in civil engineering from ITS Indonesia. She has done majors in structural and construction management. She has been a member of organizing committee and liaison officer for international and national conferences such as ICEE GM 2011. She also has a project management certification in Engineering Advancement Association of Japan, Jakarta, Indonesia. She is resident of Indonesia's Women Leader 2018 by CMO Asia and World Brand Congress. She was also volunteer ambassador for Internations and the TOP person for philanthropy. Ms. Nadia has also featured in many online and offline media. Welcome you, ma'am.
Hello, thank you very much for Mr. Jayes, Mr. Tejas, and Jiten, and also you for inviting me to speak in Parul University. Such an honor for me. I'm very happy.
Yes. Madam, session is yours.
Okay, so directly, yeah. Okay, so today I will have a presentation about transforming idea to reality. So basically, every students will have knowledge about time management because it's very important. So transforming dreams into action, step to a better personal development plan, combining psychology and agile project management by me. So I will introduce myself first. I'm Nadia Devita Oktarini, and your personal brand is what people say about you when you leave the room. It's your professional reputation. Personal branding is the process of developing a mark that is created around your name or your career. You use this mark to express and communicate your skills, belief, personality, goals, and value. Personal branding is able to be used to drive business revenue, hence you should master it. So basically, I'm Nadia. I'm co-founder of FIC Group India and Indonesia, GGBSPL, and Chocola Cafe. I'm also ambassador of Internation, is basically social platform connecting expatriate and locals, and top person philanthropy. And also I'm active on online trainer for Spanless Academy Singapore and Terampil Indonesia. I'm highly passionate in entrepreneurship, business, personal branding, self-development, marketing, and book review. What I aim to do is to give a positive impact to society through sociopreneurship. Hope I can leave a legacy through life experience storytelling. So basically, I'm graduated from civil engineering. So, and then 2014, I switched my career to entrepreneurship. What I want to say is people can be success to be an entrepreneur or to be a professional if they can manage the time. So my webinar today, it will be about time management. So step one, identify your personal goals. According to psychology, there are specific human needs that are hardwired into each and every one of us. Each new level is said to only fully reveal itself once the level before it has been adequately fulfilled. There are 7 levels. Basically, these 7 levels is human needs, like you, me, and everyone. So number one is physiological, is basically physical. So it is the branch of biology that aims to understand the mechanism of living things, how the body works. So basically about health. If you can manage your health, you can take care of yourself physically. So it will make you happier to reach the second level, which is safety. Safety, if you feel safe, people, it's can be in terms of money, can be in terms of people that saving you. So basically, the condition of being protected from or unlikely to cause danger is injury. So it's number 2. And once you're able to reach the second level, then you can reach the third one, which is belongingness and love. It's basically your family, your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, girlfriend, your friends, basically this kind of things. So the human emotional need to be an accepted member of a group, whether it is family, friends, co-worker, a religion, or something else. Basically, a relationship or human connection. And then number 3, if you are happy when you reach number 1 and 2 and 3, so you can be happier. After this, you can reach number 4, which is self-esteem. So about your self-esteem. So an individual subjective evaluation of their own. So number 4, if you can reach and happy with these four personal goals, so you can reach a number 5, which is cognitive form, referring to the mental process involved in gaining knowledge. So basically about your knowledge, about education things. So basically about cognitive process, thinking, knowing, remembering, judging, this kind of stuff. And once the fifth you already reach, you can reach the level 6, which is self-actualization, which is creativity, intellectual, this kind of thing, and actually can reach number 7. This is the highest one. But actually, sometimes if you understand why sometimes people already been successful, but they are not happy because number 1 or number 2 or number 3, they are not achieved that level first. So basically, to be success and to be happy, you need to know first, number 1, you need to take care of your health. You need to take care of your physic. The number 2, the safety. You need to take care of. You need to work hard and to get your success. And number 3, human connection and this kind of stuff. So identify your personal goals. Number 2, the theory of self-actualization and the hierarchy of needs. Basically, it's as I explained earlier, there is basic need, psychological and self-fulfilling needs. It's basically basic needs first, like food, water, warm, rest. So like this corona thing, so why everyone is panic, like either it's businessman, professional, or whoever is panic, because it's related to the food. We need to eat, right? We need to have a dinner, we need to have a lunch, eat minimum 2 times in a day. So if we cannot fulfill this one, we cannot think about the other stuff, which is the second one, security, safety. And then we cannot even think about a relationship or family or marriage or whatever if we are not satisfied with the number 1 and the 2 first as a foundation. Personally, also, I believe that leisure time should also be included as its own level within India hierarchy. So basically, it's actually personal goals. So I believe that everyone should input or include the personal goals in their time management, because maybe my goal in your goal and other people's goals will also different. For me, my goals is I want to be success so I can help or I can make my family happy and proud of me, and I can help them. So my goals is actually my career first. Of course, my career, which I can make my family happy as well. So it's actually depends on the goals. Sometimes people don't know, like their goal and their time management is very different. If you have personal goal, you want to be married. Let's say you are a girl, you want to be married around 17 years old. You cannot put your career first. You need to put your family first. So it's every human being have a different personal goals. So if you want to achieve your success and career first, you need to put that time priority in your career or your first, like this. So identify your personal goals. Personal goals, list as many goals as you can think of for each block. So basically, you can take photo of this one. So I make like this is around 8 blocks. So like well-being, how might I feel more fit, healthy, strong, comfortable, energetic. The second one, security. So it based on the foundation, as I explained earlier, yeah. So the number 2 is security. How might I feel more financially stable and physically safe, secure, and etc. Connection with the family, self-esteem. How might I feel more accomplished, confident, important, value. And number 5, leisure, like holiday and refresh, entertain, knowledge. How might I feel? So you need to put every single things about well-being, security, connection, esteem, leisure, knowledge, purpose, service. So I believe that everyone that success there, like either it's Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, and etc., they know how to manage well. We all have 24 hours in a day. So we need to know which one is more important first or become our priority. As I said earlier, that my priority and your priority may be different. So you need to put one by one, every single thing, your career, your family, your relationship or your marriage, your security, and then your knowledge, your holiday time, leisure, and your purpose in life, what you want. So sometimes I can see also people that already been success also not happy. Why? It's because they only chasing money, but they didn't make them satisfied in terms of the relationship with the family or wife or husband and this kind of thing. Same also to people that only chasing the relationship. They are not happy because they only chase the relationship or marriage, but actually for to have a stable relationship and marriage also need security, which is money, which is security and this kind of stuff. So this one is very important to be put in your personal goals, which is different from person to person. And the second one, break large goals into smaller action. So basically, either your students, this is very important for you. Either you want to have a side hustle or to get your thesis done, or you want to have a good professional career later, or to be an entrepreneur. Also, it's about time management only. So everyone good entrepreneur also, it's not about an idea, it's about execution, time management. So some of your goals are going to either be too fuzzy or start working on too large to complete in one go. I have found in both work and personal life, people struggle to break large goals to be manageable. The trick is to think of your goal and a series of small action. Each action should be achievable on its own. So basically, you need to put a goal breakdown. So break large goals into smaller, easy to accomplish action. So basically, the previous one that you already put one by one, you need to put again how to achieve that goal. So let's say, I know it's a lot of work, but I believe that everyone that success there, that become millionaire and billionaire, they really know, they really break down their time, what they want to do day by day. I also applied this kind of things for myself. Like I always put what I should do. So basically, there is a later I will explain you also. There is a recurring and also there is a once-off. Recurring actually activity that will be repeated every single week, every single month. So once-off is actually like let's say you will have a thesis or you will have one. It's actually one special activity. So basically goal, okay, pick a goal from your personal goals worksheet, place your goal here. So basically the previous one, you need to put in the action. What are the smallest action you need to take to make this goal happen? You don't need to use all the blocks. So basically I make 12 blocks because it looks easier for me to make it like a square. So action 1, 2, 3. So basically, let's say you want to be entrepreneur. Okay, you are students and you want to be entrepreneur. From my experience, from someone as a graduate directly become an entrepreneur, it's not that good idea because you need to have experience, basic experience, at least 1 year or maximum 3 years, at least to work in a company, either whatever it is, either it's a big company or either it's a small company. But if you used to hear about Jack Ma, they suggest that everyone from 20 to 30. So basically, you need to really understand about, because to be entrepreneur also you need to know what many things. Last time when I was a civil engineer, 3 years I used to work as a civil engineer and proposal manager. So basically, I look for projects and this kind of stuff. So basically, I didn't interact much with people. So actually, I was quite confused when I interact with people, become a marketing person, this kind of stuff. So basically, you need to understand the action. Put the action for your goals. You want to be entrepreneur. Okay, I need to get work maximum 3 years. I need to understand about marketing. I need to understand about operation. I need to understand about basic law. I need to understand about business things and put that action. Okay, target. Let's say you can put action 1 target. I need to read book about startup or whatever. Target 1 month, this book finish, or this kind. It should be really specific about what you want to do and when you will finish it. Okay, and step 3, group action by recurring and once off. Is basically recurring, as I explained earlier, is action that are recurring every single week and every single month. Once off is actually one time only. Later it will be split. Actually, the recurring you will need to put on your calendar, and once off you need to put in Kanban board. In order to track your progress, you will need to know which action belong in your calendar versus your task list. Action generally fall into one of 2 categories, recurring or once off. So basically, you can put here recurring. Let's say you do gym. In a week, 2 times in a week. So you need to put in recurring. Once off, let's say you need to get you need to meet with investor, or you need to get your thesis done. So you need to put, this is for special action or special goals. You need to put in once off. So clear, yeah? And the step four is schedule action that recur every week. Looking at the action you put into group A, recurring, decide which of the action must happen weekly. So let's say, for example, you might want to go to gym 3 days per week, or write 10 lines of your thesis every evening. If one of your goals is to lose blah, blah, blah weight, body fat, you might want to schedule your new meals time. So basically, it's about your habit. So EM is about morning time, PM, evening time. Use the worksheet on the side, write each of your action and time your plan to complete it on a sticky note. Place each action in a column of the day you plan to complete it. So basically, it's weekly calendar. Previously, you have a recurring, you put in Google Calendar, and also once off, you put in Kanban board. So we need focus on first in calendar, which is start from a weekly calendar first. Either it's your meal target or your gymming time. So basically, you put here, let's say my gym time is Tuesday and Friday. So I put, let's say, it depends. You can put EM or PM. If let's say you cannot make it as habit as EM, you can put in middle. Gym time, Nadia gym time. It's in Tuesday and in Friday. It's a weekly calendar. So it's a action or activity that happen every single week. Schedule action that recur every month. So looking at the action you put in group A, decide which of the action must happen monthly. For example, you might want to transfer money into investment account or publish an article once a month. So this is actually activity that happen every single month. Let's say I have, let's say I want to transfer, of course, every single month I need to transfer to my staff. It's end of the month. Actually, normally sometimes I transfer around 30, or sometimes the maximum is the 5th in the next month. So it's happen every month. So this time you need to put, it's actually activity. You need to know what, because if we don't put this kind of thing, sometimes if you are a busy person, if you're entrepreneur and also you do other things, like me also, I do many things. Sometimes I have like I need to do webinar, I need to do this and that. And if I don't put in my calendar, I will be forgetting what I should do. So using the worksheet on the side, write each of the action on a sticky note and place it on the date you plan to complete it. This worksheet is best used only for the action that recur once, twice, or 3 times in a month. So basically, the previous one is a weekly calendar, which is happen weekly. You can put activity in monthly calendar, which is happen maximum 3 times in a month. So it's actually not weekly but monthly. It can be 1 time in a month, like what I say. I need to pay my staff salary or this kind of stuff. So it happen maximum three times in a month. Then you need to put in monthly calendar. Step 6, list bunch of action in order or priority. So I already explained earlier, recurring we put in weekly and monthly, which I'm sure it's clear. And the second one, it's bunch of action. It can be whatever. It can be meet investor. It can be doing your thesis or this kind of stuff. So take the action you put into group B, bunch of, and decide which are not yet started, currently in progress, already complete, and this and that. So basically, using the worksheet on the side, list all of your bunch of action in the correct column in order of priority. So basically, your first priority at that time, that not recurring or not happen every single time. So basically, this one, let's say you want to have an interview for Google company or whatever company. So basically, you need to put that priority that happen, or you need to get it done within that 1 week or whatever you plan. So basically, it's called for a bunch of activity or one time, or that happen one time, you can put in Kanban board. It's actually not started. Take your action from group B and arrange them in order of priority. So basically, you put it in not started, in progress, on hold, and complete. So this kind of thing. So clear, yeah? So previously it's about weekly calendar. So recurring one off, you can take photo of this. Also group A is recurring, one off is group B. And also weekly calendar, it's every single day, Monday to Sunday, EM and PM. Monthly calendar, it's 1 to 30, depends on the month. It's a group A, so we focus on group B about bunch of activity that we put in Kanban board. So this four column is called Kanban board. So sometimes if you're working in startup, there is this kind of things also, or working in a company. Sometimes if it's very good for the business, so the staff or the partners, they can understand like the progress of what we should do. So list bunch of activities in order or priority. When you start an action, move it from not started to in progress. If it get delay, move it into on hold. When you start the action again, move it back into progress. And when it's finished, move it into complete. As the urgency in importance of each of your action change, rearrange the order of priority accordingly. So basically, if you not if you put in on hold, you need to really put it again in not started. So basically, you need to know, you need to really get it done. Your task, your important task first. So this book also good. I love reading actually. I'm trying my best. Sometimes I read like I finish one book in a month. Sometimes it takes 2 months to finish it because to read also sometimes need time. So this is one of the good book, The Art of Doing Twice the Work in a Half the Time, by Jeff Sutherland. It's very good book. It's about time management as well. So it's actually, the book is actually about time management, monthly activity, weekly activity, this kind of stuff. Because if we not put time management, or if we not put reward, or we not put punishment to ourselves, we will be lazy. It's normal. Sometimes it's happened to me also. If I sometimes there is a time also I want to take a break, like it's normal, like but I should take a break like maximum, okay, let's say 7 days. 7 days I take a break. I don't want to put anything in my to-do list or time management things for myself. Then after 7 days I need to again focus, because but it's actually not good. Which is not good, it's actually with the things that good is actually, if you don't follow it, you need to put punishment on yourself. But it's actually I didn't put for myself, because I'm quite disciplined on my to-do list. This book will change the way you think about work and half the time it takes you see the progress. So it's The Art of Doing Twice the Work in Half the Time. It's very good book. So step 7, digitize your calendar and Kanban board. Sometimes depends. I don't know your character. You prefer to have to do things in a book, or to do or put your to-do list in a laptop or digital. It depends, because every single people, I'm sure, have a different habit. For me also, if for me actually I prefer book, but of course digital will help you to track every single things, to not make it double. So now that you know how you're going to make your goals happen, you need to constant access to all your information. If you cannot see it, you cannot track progress, and you're bound to forget to do, or double book some of your action. You also want to avoid duplicating work and make action management as quick as and effortless as human possible. The answer, you need to cross-platform application. So this one, Google Calendar, is actually about the recurring activities, like weekly activity, gym time, meal time for everyone, do the meal diet meal, this kind of thing. And monthly, let's say you want to transfer to your parents, or you want to transfer to your staff or whatever, we can put in Google Calendar. It's recurring, happen every single week or happen every single month. So the Trello we can put is a bunch of activity. Later I will explain you how it will look like. But apps are free, so this app is free and can be accessed using a web browser or the Android. So Google Calendar is really helping. There is also Googly also. So or the Android, iOS, and Windows 8 download. What you are all set to do are add your recurring action to Google Calendar, add bunch of action to Trello. You can put you can make you can put in your pen first in a book or something like that. For me, actually, I'm still preferring having a nice diary or nice note, so I put it and make it look colorful, so make me to be more motivated to do my work. So it's actually depends, either you prefer digital or book. So again, but digital will help you to do to avoid any double book on your activities. Most of my calendar entries are recurring tasks that form a template for my week. I add, edit, rearrange, and delete blocks as needed, constantly playing calendar Tetris. So later I will inform you like how it looks like. Keep you in tune with how much you have available every day and avoid over committing. So basically, sometimes like over committing is good, but sometimes it will make you tired because you need to really put to extra activities. So sometimes you will not achieve what you have target because it's over committing things. So it will be seen like this. Digitize your calendar and Kanban board. So I talk about Google Calendar first. This is happen. This is activity that happen every single week or every single month. So basically, at work on TMT. So this actually happen every single day. Eat lunch. What time you eat lunch? So can be seen like a workout at home. Workout from Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Workout at home 3 times in a week. You need to put what time. It will be good if you are really disciplined with the time. Not let's say Monday morning, suddenly Wednesday evening. It depends, but actually it will be very easier for you if you, because it's about habit. Body needs. It's actually we can push ourselves and body if we are lazy, if we are very disciplined, and to build that is actually not easy, and you need to be very disciplined. So work out at home Monday morning, Wednesday morning, Friday morning. After that, study or whatever, or go to university or whatever. And at night, let's say you want to afternoon, you want to work on blah blah blah, and after that you eat lunch. This is a activity. You don't need to put every single things like what you want to do. It's actually it's more about weekly, like it's more it's actually focusing on your physical needs and this kind of stuff, not most of the time about like work matter, or to tracking any progress about your work is mostly it need to be put in a Kanban board. Let's say not started, in progress, on hold, and complete. You need to really put one by one. So there is some apps also other than Trello. Now also in every company there is apps called Slack, and this kind of stuff is actually helping company to do project management, which is very good. But this kind of stuff is actually helping you for your personal goals. Of course, company or corporate or whatever they have, we all have corporate goals, but as an individual or as human being, you need to have your own personal goal also, because every human being is different. Like as I said earlier, your goal may be different. Maybe you are into work, but you are not into that work. Let's say you want to work, but you want to have a good life as a wife or as a husband as well. There is people also that their mind is only about work, 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 work. If you want to be entrepreneur, you need to give up little bit. Not, I don't say give up. You need to put your career first, or more than the unit, because it's entrepreneurship. The first 5 years is the first 5 until 7 years is very big activities, a lot of work. It's stressful. It's not as easy as people see. It's a lot of work. You need to sometimes in the first year, sometimes like you become everything, like including you need to wash your dish by yourself. So basically it's many activities. You will be like chief everything officer, not only one specific job, or because you need to do every single thing. It's tiring. And so actually if you see that many entrepreneur, they because it's they need to focus, or we need to focus on our career first, because it's very big activities. It's very it's a lot of commitments in terms of work, clients, and stuff, and this kind of thing. So step 8, set audible or visual reminder. So basically, we are human being. We like to chill a little bit. For me also, I love to chill sometimes. So recurring action, things begin to get tricky when you are trying to build a new habit into your daily life to override an older or bad habits. Actually, I used to test like now I'm quite stop. I'm not doing gym. Last time I used to do gym. It's like it's actually not easy because actually I used to see my friend. She say that, okay, Nadia, I want to make commitment. I only want to I want to sleep early. I want to wake up early. So she tried 1 month straight. Wake up around 4 and then jogging around 5 until 7 or 5 until 6 lah, and then do some things and then sleep around 9 or 10. And she told me that, Nadia, one month it's actually quite long because it's actually habit. Habit can be rich habit, or a discipline can be done, but actually it's actually not easy if you do it alone. You need a companion, or you need to challenge yourself. You need to be disciplined on yourself if you're alone. If it will be better if you have a supporting wife, supporting husband, or supporting family to help you reach your goal. So basically, trigger. So habit loop. Plan a path of least resistance to complete recurring action. Trigger. What is the smallest, most convenient, and effortless thing you can do to start trigger the action? So sit down at your work desk, open a textbook, and put headphone on, put on your workout clothes. Trigger. So basically, you need to, at least before doing something, let's say you want to work out, actually let's say you want to work out or you want to do gym, you need to okay, listen music first, at least your body feel good, and then dance a little bit, then you push yourself to go to the gym. Let's say you want to get your thesis done. Okay, you make a very nice coffee. At least a small action that can push you to take the exact action you want. Like sometimes for me also, to be really focus on something, I need to make like warming up. I need to make a nice coffee for myself, or make nice tea for myself, and relaxing my mind for a while, or breathing, like just doing nothing for a few minutes, then or 30 minutes, and then do action. The action is based the action you want to turn into a habit over here, which is number C. So number B, it's a trigger. Number C is action. Start from here, because number B is actually the things that to build the exact action you want. Either you want to go to the gym, you want to do workout, you want to get your thesis done, you want to start reading, you want to start making books or writing a book, or whatever action. So put here reward and penalty. It's actually very good if you challenge yourself a lot, actually. So reward, what good thing happen when you complete the action? Achievement, stay on schedule, get the result you want, win a bet, earn a prize, or lose weight. Let's say you go to gym, the reward, of course, you will lose weight. So you put also penalty. Let's say I have a friend also that last time he actually challenged himself, and told to his he told to his assistant, okay, if I didn't do blah blah blah, I need to give you, let's say, $1 per missing schedule, per if I'm not commit on my schedule. So it's actually not good, but actually if you really want to achieve something, any small penalty is actually good. What bad thing happens if you don't complete the action? So disappointment, no longer on schedule, give money to your friend, lose a bet, gain weight, or this kind of stuff. So you put a reward and penalty, and then put a prompt. What audible or visual cue will remind you to do the action? So actually can set a calendar notification, alarm on mobile phone, running shoes, and gym clothes at your bedside table. So basically the prompt is actually anything from the reward, from the penalty, to make, because a habit is actually, like I said earlier, my friend told me that she tried to have she tried to building new habit new healthy habit, which is wake up around 4, jogging around 5 till 6, and then work and then sleep early. She told me, Nadia, to do it, and then one year, 1 month straight. It's quite challenging. So, but actually, if this habit can be put as a prompt, and there is an alarm, there is a push from your side, especially, it will be good, because like whatever you put in alarm from in your phone, you put Google Calendar notification, or whatever it is. It depends on your style. And again, it's back to the trigger. Let's say you want to do your thesis, also warming up first, or you make a nice coffee, or you go to nearby coffee shop, nice coffee, and then focus directly work. It's because sometimes if you know that everyone actually, like, especially for me, sometimes I like to do work alone, because not much people making, because sometimes for me, if being around people, sometimes, like, I used to have like a teamwork last time. It's for an event, or we want to make a community in this kind of things. My friends are entrepreneur, and I'm entrepreneur, so it's all of us are ladies. So last time we want to make an event, and we plan to have meeting 2 hours, and then become 5 hours, because 2 hours for exactly talking about the action, and the rest 3 hours talking. So it's actually not good habit, but sometimes, okay, it's needed. But again, if personal goals is about priority, like it's about priority. Sometimes you can also I don't say it's a reject or become arrogant, but it's more about priority for yourself. Sometimes it's okay to say no as well. So one of action, thankfully, one of action require less effort, because they do not need to repeat in order to achieve your goal. To make one of action happen, schedule a time slot in your calendar and set a notification to remind you to do it. If it's small enough that it does not require its on time slot scheduled in your calendar, you set an audible alarm. So it's basically one off. It's actually not about habit. Habits is about gym, about anything. Your eating habit, is kind of stuff. So one of here, there is one book also very good, The Power of Habit, by Charles Duhigg. It's actually one of the good book as well about time management. You should read. So this book will teach you how to build good habits while breaking your old bad ones. Because everything, our health, our success, our happiness, our whatever, it's about habit and time management. Book recommendation, it's actually the book that I have already read as well, and one of my favorite book, the 12-week year, is actually get more done in 12 weeks than others do it in 12 months. So basically, it's a good book for every professional, students, especially entrepreneur. I can say this one by Brent Pemoran. So the idea of this book is about the 12 month, or 1 year plan. 1 year plan, let's say, for me, for myself, my idea or my goal, I really want to be a venture capital. I really want to be a venture capitalist, or someday I want to be an angel investor. It's my goal someday, not now. But I put in my book or my calendar anything, any strategy or anything that I need to do to reach that goal. Let's say I need to, there is Udemy, there is a Biju also in India, there is in Indonesia, there is Ruang Guru, and this kind of things for to learn online about things. So this time, this year, I'm focusing reading about investment, about startup investment. I focus reading about finance. I start focusing about the difference between venture capital company, and there is also a private equity in this kind of thing. So I this year I'm focusing on learning about investment, because it's actually 12-week year is one year plan, 1 year plan from now to another year, to be decreased to 12 week, which is around 3 months. So actually everyone say that, okay, I want to be I want to write a book, let's say, or I want to go for gym, let's say. So sometimes why we don't start writing, why we don't start going to gym, it's because it's actually we are not interested on that. We need to see our passion first, like what we want to, what's our goals, and what your goals, or what is my goal also, and put in exactly 1 year ahead plan to, and decrease it to 12 week, which is 3 months. The big idea of the 12-week year is that you should envision each 12 weeks as a single year, set big goals, and achieve those goals. Moran's approach is highly tactical, and he explained a system for setting, following, and achieving 12-week years goals. His section of accountability. So the word is exactly accountability. So let's say you want to be an author another year or next year. So you need to really put in your bunch of action. Either it depends. Once off, either it's a recurring. I need to write one page every single day, and you need to build a habit to write one page for your book. Let's say you want to be now everyone start to be a visible expert also. I'm very active also in social media, LinkedIn and Instagram and this kind of stuff. So to build my visibility in internet. So I make commitment for myself also, to be accountable. I make my commitment is I need to make content every single day, minimum one content. It's actually my commitment. So this kind of thing is actually part of the things compatibility activities. It's not easy if you do it yourself, I know, but if you want to be success, either you have companion or you are alone, you will be success, because success business or whatever. Either you want to be an author, you want to be a success engineer, you want to be entrepreneur, you want to be investor or whatever. It's all about time management. Okay, thank you very much. So connect with me also Instagram, LinkedIn, and I have a website. So maybe if there is any question or whatever.
Thank you very much for the very wonderful talk.
Thank you.
Wow,
Yeah.
informative talk it was. And you have now explained how to convert the dream into action in very much detail
Yes.
by converting the recurring and once-off actions, and how to do
Yes.
scheduling with the help of the Google Calendar and
Yes.
Kanban. And also you have talked about the Trello application. I was not knowing
Yes.
about it personally. So
Yes.
students should use it effectively.
Yes, because it's
To
very good.
if you follow that plan, then you will be able to achieve something, because
Yes.
dreaming itself wouldn't serve the purpose. And the very
Yes.
good thing you have talked about the change, despite of the knowing fact that change is inevitable, but people
Yes.
generally oppose the change. Okay, so you have
Yes.
explained how to develop a good habit, how to change yourself with the least
Yes.
resistance, how
Yes.
to do that. That is very
Yes.
wonderful thing.
Yes.
And always I found the students running short of the time, especially in the time of the submission. So I recommended
Yes.
students, they are generally short of the time everywhere. So the very good book you have recommended students. I also recommended you that two book, The Art of Doing Twice Work in the Half Time, and also the 12-week years. Very good books. Thank you very much for referring these books. Students, you must read it. It will be very useful to you.
Yes, agree.
Madam, one question ask a student. Then how you get this idea to convert your field from civil engineering to this marketing, Chocola Cafe?
Oh, okay.
What motivated you? What
Okay.
inspired you?
Inspired. Okay. I graduate around 2011, and then I work as an engineer, civil engineer, around 3 years. But for me, I like to have networking. So I was active on event like last time there is a Infrastructure Asia. Is actually we met supplier, we met developer and project owner, this kind of thing. So actually I love to interact with people in terms of work. So at that time I didn't expect that I would meet an angel investor. So actually that time in that event or in that gathering or conference, I met an angel investor, and that person asked me to do business together. So, but at that time, I told him that I didn't have any business or marketing experience. I say as it is because I told him I'm engineer. I know nothing about business and marketing. But that person believe on my work and believe on me basically. So okay Nadia, business and marketing you can learn by practice. Actually, he gave me a chance to do business together. He invests on me. He invests on the company and business. And and I learned about marketing through practice actually, because we have before Chocola we did a facade business. Is actually a facade glazing contractor last time. So actually I met project owner, any project director, project manager for construction projects. So at that time, in the first time, I was quite confused what to do and quite shy, because engineer sometimes we are shy or quite introvert. But I forced myself. I challenged myself to accept his challenge basically. So around few times we went to the meeting together. Previously, he was the one that doing presentation to the owner side or the clients, and then after 10 times, then he told me, okay Nadia, you can because my investor is from abroad, from a foreigner. So okay Nadia, I believe on you, can run to manage Indonesian company. So I believe that you can run whether I'm in Indonesia or not. So actually, it was quite challenging, and it was fun as well, because I learned by doing. So actually, I was not inspired, but I was coming into a condition that the condition forced me, because I suddenly met an angel investor. So actually, I learned marketing, I learned about business because I got a chance, and I'm quite lucky enough to get investor when I didn't expect it will happen. Yeah. Yes.
Great. So
Yeah.
many habits need to be changed to convert the field.
Yes, because I was quite shy. I was actually introvert until now, still introvert, but more trying to be extrovert. Last time, because as engineer, sometimes I was not comfortable to meet people. I prefer to be with laptop and this kind of thing. But it's actually it's one of a good thing, because I was thinking that marketing is easy, but marketing is not easy at all. Like to deal with someone, to deal with other human beings, to deal with people that have different characters. So last time I met people that very nice. There is also clients that very arrogant, very busy. Sometimes they can meet me also. But it make me thinking that yes, marketing is because marketing is one of the most important thing in a business or any company. It's basically any company. It depends on marketing. So at that time, I was thinking it was easy, but actually it's not easy at all. Yes. Yeah.
Human behavior is very complex and it keeps changing. It keeps changing.
Yes.
So yeah, great. So student must feel motivated listening to you. And personally, I, Dr. Jayesh Jurimalani, Associate Professor, Civil Engineering Department, would like to take an opportunity on behalf of Faculty of Engineering Technology and Parul University to thank you very much. Despite of your busy schedule, you have accepted an invitation and you share your experience and knowledge with our student. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Sure, thank you.